Welcome to Mystery Tales. Today we bring you the thrilling adventure of The Sign of the Four, a Sherlock Holmes mystery. London, 1888. The city is restless, its streets veiled in mist and secrets. At 221B Baker Street, Dr. John Watson is growing concerned about his friend Sherlock Holmes. Holmes, brilliant but troubled, has been turning to his chemical experiments and even cocaine to fill the void between cases. Watson, ever the loyal companion, wishes for a challenge that might bring Holmes back to life. One rainy afternoon, a gentle knock at the door changes everything. Mrs. Hudson announces a visitor. A young woman, anxious and dignified, steps into the room. Her name is Mary Morstan. She carries with her a mystery that will draw Holmes and Watson into a web of greed, betrayal, and murder. Mary's story is simple yet chilling. 10 years ago, her father, Captain Arthur Morstan, returned to London from India and vanished without a trace. Since then, every year on the same date, she has received a single perfect pearl in the mail. No note, no explanation. Now a new letter has arrived, inviting her to meet a stranger who promises to reveal the truth about her father's disappearance. The letter warns her to bring two friends and not to involve the police. Holmes' eyes light up with excitement. "You have come to the right place, Miss Morstan." Watson, too, feels the old thrill of adventure. They agreed to accompany Mary to her mysterious meeting. That evening, a dark carriage collects them and whisks them through the foggy streets of London. The city outside is a blur of gaslights and shadows. Their destination is a strange house filled with exotic artifacts and the scent of Eastern spices. There they meet Thaddeus Sholto, a nervous, fidgety man who reveals a tale of guilt and hidden treasure. Thaddeus explains that his father, Major Sholto, was once Captain Morstan's friend and fellow officer in India. The two men discovered a fabulous treasure, the Agra treasure, while serving in the Andaman Islands. But when the time came to divide the spoils, betrayal and death followed. Captain Morstan died suddenly, and Major Sholto kept the treasure for himself, haunted by guilt and fear. On his deathbed, Major Sholto tried to make amends, but died in terror, gasping out, "The sign of the four." Thaddeus believes the treasure is cursed, and now his brother Bartholomew has found it. Holmes, Watson, Mary, and Thaddeus hurried to Bartholomew's house, hoping to finally solve the mystery. But when they arrive, they find horror instead of answers. Bartholomew is dead, his face twisted in agony, a poisoned thorn lodged in his skin. The treasure is gone. On the wall, scrawled in a trembling hand, are the words, "The Sign of the Four." The police are baffled. Inspector Athelney Jones, blustering and self-important, arrests Thaddeus on the spot. But Holmes is not fooled. He examines the scene with his usual precision, noting a strange wooden leg's footprint, a rope dangling from the window, and the faint scent of creosote. He deduces that two men committed the crime, one with a wooden leg, the other a small, agile accomplice. The chase is on. Holmes sends for his network of street urchins, the Baker Street irregulars, to scour the city for clues. He and Watson race through the foggy streets, following a trail of footprints, cab rides, and riverboats. The mystery deepens. Who are these men? What is the sign of the four? And where is the Agra treasure? Holmes' deductions lead them to a boatman named Mordecai Smith, whose steam launch, the Aurora, has been hired by a mysterious man with a wooden leg. Holmes disguises himself and uncovers the boat's hiding place. That night, with Inspector Jones and Watson at his side, Holmes sets a trap. A thrilling chase unfolds on the Thames. The Aurora speeds through the dark waters, Holmes and Watson in hot pursuit. Shots ring out. Watson, heart-pounding, fires back. The chase ends in a violent clash. One man is killed, the other captured. The man with the wooden leg is Jonathan Small. His accomplice, the deadly islander Tonga, is dead. The Agra treasure is recovered, or so it seems. But the mystery is not over. In a final twist, the treasure chest is opened, only to reveal it is empty. The jewels are gone. Jonathan Small, now in custody, tells his story, a tale of betrayal, revenge, and lost hope. Years ago, in India, Small and 3 other convicts discovered the Agra treasure and made a pact, the Sign of the Four, but they were betrayed by Major Sholto and Captain Morstan, who took the treasure for themselves. Small spent years in prison plotting revenge. With Tonga's help, he escaped and tracked the treasure to London, only to lose it again in the end. As dawn breaks over London, Holmes sits in his armchair, satisfied with the solution, but unmoved by the loss of the treasure. Watson, however, has found something far more precious. In the midst of danger and darkness, he has fallen in love with Mary Morstan. With the case closed, he asks for her hand in marriage, and she accepts. The Agra treasure is lost forever, but love and justice have triumphed. Holmes, ever the detective, turns his mind to the next mystery, while Watson looks forward to a new life with Mary. The fog lifts over Baker Street, but the legend of Sherlock Holmes has only just begun. Why this story endures? The Sign of the Four is more than a tale of crime and treasure. It's a story of greed, betrayal, and the search for truth. It's about the darkness that lurks in men's hearts and the light that can be found even in the most unexpected places. With every twist and turn, every clue and revelation, the suspense never lets go. Holmes' genius, Watson's loyalty, and Mary's quiet courage make this a classic that still thrills readers today. Before you go, tell us in the comments, what would you do if you found a mysterious treasure? Or which Sherlock Holmes story should we cover next? If you enjoyed this mystery, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mystery Tales. And be sure to check out our other videos for more classic mysteries and thrilling adventures. The game is always afoot, right here on Mystery Tales.